Hello, Crafty Friends. Sparkle here. So I just wanted to stop by and just share a few things I've been playing with. These are none of these are my ideas. These were from My Porch Prince. They had a week of activities where there were freebies, and then you were able to use them to make some really cute projects. I added my spin to them. There were some books, and you know how Sparkle loves mini books. Made a bunch of these, and I put little initial charms for the people that I'm going to give these to. And then I have a few left over that are just assembled, but I didn't add any rings or anything to them. So that was one thing I was playing with. So thank you, My Porch Prince, for all the lovely things that you gave us. For those of you that know don't know, I've been gone because first my husband passed 2 months ago, and I'm slowly making my way back to crafting. And then I had to have back surgery 2 weeks ago, so I'm only able to sit up in my craft chair for maybe a half hour at a time, and then I have to rest and just let my tendons and muscles and ligaments and all that stuff heal. So I'm doing well, but like I said, it's a slow process. Today I saw something from Natasha at Treasure. Oh dear, I forgot her channel. I'm sorry, Natasha. I'll link it below. But she used greeting cards, and she made them into little journals. Now I'm making tall, skinny journals because I had these cards and envelopes that were in my stash. Um, Whoops, stuck together. I'll have to put something over that. And there's just some journal spots and things like that. These papers are also, I believe, from My Porch Prince. So all I'm using freebies and inspiration from some other creators until I get back on my feet. Okay, so there's an envelope, and you can put a pocket. There's a pocket. You can put some treats in there. And I just did a couple pages of a tall, slender journal. Okay. And I kept this here, and you can, so you have some writing space, or if you want to give this as a card, you can sign it. And then I just added some bling to the back. And Natasha made beautiful tassels. And although I have some tassels, these are so small, I just decided to put a jump ring, a claw clasp, and just some of these tassels I had in my stash, and a little bit of decoration, and there you have it. Now, I wanted to use portrait, and this set of cards came in. Several of them were landscape, and that's not going to work for this, so I'll have to think of something else. But I'm sure you all get stuff like this in the mail, and this is just a way to repurpose some of it. So we'll put these aside. I'm sorry I don't know where this paper came. I'm very sorry. I don't have access to my computer. I was printing things off my phone, and that seemed to be working today. Until I get stronger, I don't want to be sitting at the computer. But I have one more that's portrait, and it says, I can't remember the last time I let a snowflake tickle my tongue. Go ahead, be a kid again, wishing you the merriest Christmas. So I'm just going to show you what I did. It's a simple process. This one, like Natasha did, I'm putting it, the envelope will go in here, and then my signature will go in here. But this one I'm making, the signature is wide as my envelope. So it's a little bit bigger. And this one I'm doing a plain inside, so you can add pictures or a journal. Okay, so this one is, the paper I cut is a little shorter than the envelope, but it's as wide as the envelope. And I like that it hangs out like this. I think that looks cute. This one was more snug inside, okay? So, use your imagination. So we have this, and I've already cut my paper, and I'm just going to round the corners. Now I'm not stitching because, again, I'm not allowed to overdo it. But I think I have 3 or 4 pages in here. 1, 2, 3, okay? And it's just, it's very pretty paper. It's just all different kinds of designs. But, it matched. It's Christmassy to me, so it works. So we have that. So all I'm going to do is, this is going to get sewed like this into your book. But first I want to cover this because I don't like this. So I had some scraps and I was going to see if any of these worked. They're not perfectly wide. They're a little short here, but that's okay. We're just going to make them work. So let's see if I can find a pen. A pencil would be better, but so we're just going to trace. I should see if I can find something longer. Is this one longer? No. Let me take one of these bigger pieces. Okay. This will be better for me. So I hope you're all doing well. I have been watching videos. But between taking my pain meds and sleeping my life away, I don't always get to reply if I'm watching them on my TV. But I sure miss you all. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving for those that celebrate in the great old USA. So let's see how that fits. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. I can trim this off a little bit here. I lost my scissors. I just had them. I'm just going to mimic this a little bit here. All right. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on here. Oh, I'm so rusty. Forgive me, people. Get that out of the way. And get this on before it sticks. Oh my goodness. I made my that template one and then I fell asleep, so Yeah, just let that dry a little bit. Okay, that'll go there. And I don't like that, so let's make a little strip here. I like the teal. I think that's pretty. Now you can use some standard size cards, and they could be for any occasion. They don't have to just be for Christmas, of course. Just as long as they're portrait. I don't know why this is tearing for me, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm a little rusty. Okay. I'm just going to put that here to cover that white spot here. Okay. And that'll be able to hold some goodies in here if you want. I'm just going to put that in there to hold a spot for my seed. And I'm not going to sew, but you could sew. Be as creative as you want. I'll have to put a sticker over that. Okay. So we have our card, our envelope, and we have our pages. And these are just going to get sewed in here. Okay. Let's put that up here. Okay. So now if you go, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. If you go to her channel, you'll see how she did the stitching to add your little bling here. I didn't do mine quite as proper as she did, but it works. So I'm just trying to make sure it's even in here. I like that little border around the edges there. So get my needle. My dowel. One, two, and so you want to do center about 1 inch from the bottom. And then we're going to do one here and about a 1/2 inch, do another one. Go down. Leave some. And come up. Go down again. We'll just go in and out a couple times to make this secure. Without trying to split your thread, okay? So let's do it one more time so that there's okay. All right. So then let's just go through here and tie this off. Okay, we'll leave that end. Then we're going to go down through the center. Up. Where is it? I lost my hole. Back through here. And down back through here. Come on, Sparkle. Okay. Then we're just going to tie this off up here. Maybe I'll put a bow. We'll see. Okay. And there you have it, my friends. Then I just took after I dropped everything, I just took a jump ring, 2 of these. So I have a big and then 2 smaller jump rings and a lobster claw clasp. So let's attach this one. To this. No. To the lobster claw. And let's get that through here. close that up. And then we have these two little ones. I just add them together to give them some length. So if we go this one here, and attach this. Then we take the one that's empty, we open it, and we attach it to the lobster. Good grief. There. And I put some snowflakes on, and you can decorate the inside however you wish. If you want to cover some of this stuff in the back. Let's see what we have here. Let's get a long ruler. So that can go there. And we can glue this on here. Want to come out a little bit more. Oops. Okay. Need a little trim there. And you can make a pocket here if you want. So you can make a pocket down here. I actually made a side pocket here, just for something fun. So you can put something in here. If you wish. I'd have to put a tab on it though if I do that, so. Okay. And then in here you could put What happened here? Oh, all right, let me repair that. I didn't see that coming. Get some of my medical tape out. That will cover. That will cover it. Make it invisible. Yeah, there's always a repair, huh? Yeah, let's just put it inside as well. I don't know what happened there. Let's trim this. So there you have it. I was going to put a little pocket here, and then you could put this in here. But I don't think I'm recording, so I'm going to quit now. Bye.